Thank you, Mr President. I ask the Minister for Policy and Reform whether he has considered replacing the current system of consultation with a system based on petitions.
Minister for Policy and Reform, Mr Thomas.
Thank you, Mr President. I'd like to thank the honourable member for her helpful question in that it gives me the chance to confirm that we will be bringing the current system of consultation up to date with a new set of principles and guidance which I expect will be laid before this honourable court in November. The new approach will be more focused on early engagement at policy development level. We have also launched a new public consultation website which has proved effective and already very popular. For instance, it has helped the honourable member for Ramsey to achieve an excellent level of engagement for a private member's bill in his name. Turning to the question more directly, in December 2015, the Standing Orders Committee of Tynwald reported on this issue. There is already in place an excellent system based on petitions. I would refer my honourable colleague, the member for Onchan, to Standing Order 6.1, which sets out the two types of petitions which will be accepted by this court. The first is the petition for redress, which petitioners can bring to Tynwald each year at the annual Tynwald Day ceremony. And the second petition is a public petition. This can be brought to Tynwald by a member of Tynwald on behalf of a member of the public at any sitting of Tynwald. I would refer the honourable member to the Tynwald website where there is a very helpful and clear information on the process for these petitions. I think the current system of petitions works well, although it's not used very much as yet under the new form, and it will blend well with our new approach to consultation, and therefore I'm not minded to make any changes at this stage.
Thank you, Mr President, and thank you to the Minister for the clarification. There are a number of comments throughout the public with regards to consultation fatigue. So when the consultation comes back in November, we won't be having a consultation on what you're intending on implementing, will we?
Minister.
Thanks very much, Mr President. No, we have never had a consultation on the process of consultation, and in fact the document that government is issuing is just getting a government document number, and then it will be laid before Tynwald. That's it. We thank greatly the 30 people who responded to the non-consultation on consultation, and all of their views were taken into account, and we found them very helpful in putting together the new process.
Remember, Mr Baker.
Thank you, Mr President. The Minister referred to the consultations that are actually in process at the methodology that's in process at the moment. Could he clarify whether there's any intention to ensure a more consistent approach when consultations are put on the consultation website? Because some of the recent consultations have been excellent and made it really easy for people to clearly state their views, and others have fallen some way short of that. And it would seem to be beneficial to ensure a more consistent approach.
Mr Thomas.
Thank you very much, Mr President, and to the Honourable Member Frere and Michael for that helpful question. There is definitely a spectrum of consultations. Sometimes it's stakeholder engagement, an expert opinion that's sought, and sometimes it's public views, even though it's not a referendum. So consultations need to take into account various challenges because they've got different purposes at different times. Secondly, there is a central resource in the Change and Reform team at the Cabinet Office which has been working with the people responsible for consultations in each of the departments and offices to think about how we go about consulting, and that's exactly the dialogue and the conversation and the consideration that's been taken into account in developing the new guidance and the new document. And if members are interested, we'll discuss that outside this honourable court in the Brule Suite at the same time that it's laid before Tynwald in November.